Ladies and gentlemen, I have the rare privilege this afternoon, or this morning yet, I guess it is, to bring to you not only a friend, but a fellow talk show host that has a background that is staggering. We have been blessed this morning already with a wonderful presentation. Catherine Albrecht, just a high spot of the day already. But Joyce Riley, my friends, has been a registered nurse for 38 years. She was formerly the director of nursing at 4 different institutions. She has held the rank of captain in the United States Air Force Reserve. She served as a flight nurse on medical flights within C-130 aircraft in support of Desert Storm. She has served as an expert witness for 25 years in various malpractice cases. She is currently a spokesman for the American Gulf War Veterans Association and host of the wonderful radio show called The Power Hour. It's been my privilege to be a guest on Joyce's show on several occasions. She is a wonderful host. She's very knowledgeable, but she's just a great human being. And I ask you to welcome now, for this portion of the program, our special guest and guest speaker, Joyce Riley. Would you welcome her, please? Thank you, honey.
Thank you so much. He sings so well. He is so good.
Get rid of that mic. I messed up. You got to go on that.
Thank you very much. Hi, my name is Joyce Riley. We all know knowledge is power, and this is the Power Hour. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Power Weekend, isn't it? Have you ever seen so many wonderful people in one room? You just want to hug them all the time, right? And you know, I still say we are so fortunate to be here, because you know how many times you are the most strange person in a crowd? You're the weirdest one. You're the one they go, oh, that person is out there. Guess what? You're in a room full of people that are out there today, aren't you? Yeah, we ought to pay a lot of money to be with all these out there people. They've got so much good information. I respect the listeners so much to the Power Hour. I love you all so much. You know, we have the absolute cream of the crop people here. And when you watch television and you see people that are so phony and so fake, and you know, we may not have what the other people have, but we've got it inside, and you do also. And I salute you all so much. You know, the people like Phyllis from Ohio, who has stood for truth for 50, 60 years. Yes, thank you. People like Radkin from Vermont. Radkin, where are you? Stand up. You're in the audience. Stand up and be recognized. We've got Sal from New York. Where are you, Sal? Sal from New York, right there. He challenges anybody and everybody. If you got jurisdiction over him, prove it. And then we've got people like Maureen from Virginia. I know she's not here today, but she helps anyone she can possibly help. And you are examples of the heart of America, the real people. You know, we search for truth at the Power Hour. We search for the truth. And you know, I just wanted to share with you in Galatians. I love to see in Scripture what it is that we are about. And I started off, I'm going to just pick a few verses from Galatians. O senseless Galatians, who has put you under a spell not to obey the truth? So we also, when we were children, were under the elementary matters of the world, being enslaved. Remember when we were enslaved by the elementary matters of the world? Sports, television. So you are no longer a slave, but a son. And if a son, also an heir of Elohim through Messiah. But then indeed, not knowing Elohim, you serve those who by nature are not the mighty ones. But now, after you have known Elohim, or rather are known by Elohim, How do you turn again to the weak and poor elementary matters to which you wish to be enslaved again? Absolutely not. Brothers, I beg you to become as I am, he said, the Messiah said, because I am as you are. You did not wrong me at all. But you know that through weakness of the flesh, I brought the good news to you before. So then have I become your enemy, speaking truth to you? In the freedom with which Messiah has made us free, stand firm then, and do not again be held with a yoke of slavery. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, and I salute all of you here today because that's what we are about. Now, another group of people I want to salute, and that is those who served in the military for the right reasons. Those of you who served believing you were doing the right thing. Some of you are still serving today under active duty in the room here. But what I'd like to do is we're now going to play the salute to the military, and when you hear your service, stand up and be recognized. Air Force, stand up. All right. That's the real service, yeah. Look around and recognize those who are standing. We did it for the right reasons, didn't we? That's right. Thank you, Air Force. We love you. You never get tired of hearing that song, do you? Now, let's recognize Navy. Stand up and be recognized. All right. Wow, female. All right. You know, you deserve that song. You deserve that song. All right, the next one. All right. All right. Wow, look at this. The United States Marine. I didn't hear one hoorah. You call yourselves Marines. Come on, you lost it. Let's hear it again. Hoorah. All right. That's like it. See, these people are still serving. That's what it's all about. Now, Army, stand up and be recognized. Maritime. Oh, wow, look at the Army men. I guess West Virginia's protected. Hey, he's even at parade rest. All right. That's right, Army. Thank you for standing up and being recognized. These are the people that are now serving their country more than we can ever imagine. Now, every one of you who served in the military, stand up and be recognized. Let's see how many former military we have here. All right, stand up. How many spouses of former military do we have in the audience? You be recognized. All right. Sons and daughters of someone who served. Wow, look at this audience, would you? Thank you all very much. You may be seated. Thank you so very much. All right, we are going to talk about the truth. We're going to talk about serving today. We search the truth. We follow the truth because that's what it's all about, ladies and gentlemen. Once you know the truth, you can never, ever go back. And the people here that are so special because they listen to the Power Hour, they're taking the message out there. I'm just one person. All I can do is tell a little bit about what's going on in this world every day in the 3 hours that I have on Genesis from 7 to 10 a.m. Central. But you all are people that really make it happen. And what I'd like to do right now is those of you who have called in on the Power Hour, who have called in or been a guest on the Power Hour, I want you to come down here, go around the front, and real quickly, I'll give you the microphone. You can say your name, and I want you to be able to tell your name here. I won't do that. Okay, I'm sorry, Phil.
I got a mic.
Okay, come on, hurry. All of you who have served as calling in on the Power Hour, come on, I know there's a lot of you here. Give your name real quick if you want to give where you're from. Come on, Power Hour listeners, name where you're from so people can see you.
Hey, I'm Al Cuppet, and I was on her show.
Yeah.
And I've been on about 100, 200, 300 radio shows. I want to tell you something. She treated me better than any host of any radio show in the United States.
Oh, thank you, Al. You're going to be on again, too, for that, saying that. No, he's going to be on again soon, so you'll get to hear him.
I'm Mark Johnson from Rochester, New York. I called in with a question on the Grown by Nature.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Vitamin.
quickly, let's move through. We got to get all these people through.
Ed from PA, Joyce.
Oh, Ed from PA.
You forgot the Coast Guard.
Oh, that was supposed to be in Maritime. I am so sorry. Coast Guard, I apologize.
Sal from New York. I've
Oh,
called
man.
into her show a couple of times. I've even called Sean Hannity, and I get hung up on by him.
You got to talk to this guy. You got to talk to this guy.
Hi, Joyce. I'm Jan from Colorado.
Oh, Jan from Colorado. All right. Thank you, Jan. All the Power Team members at home want to know who you guys are.
I'm Robert from upstate New York, and I work with Wayne Blakely, who makes the Living Streams probiotic, which Joyce sells on her program.
Yeah. Thank you, Robert. Oh, I love this.
I'm Tom from Ellijay, Georgia, and I called in and ordered stuff. I thought that counted. But,
Oh, yeah, it counts. It counts. It keeps us
But
on the
anyway, I
air.
rely on the Power Hour for some real truth, and it's a
Oh, thank
major
you.
source of my finding out what's going on.
Thank you, Tom. Thank you so much.
I'm Audrey from Indiana, and thank you for all you do, Joyce.
Thank you, Audrey. Thank you so much.
Anne Marie from West Virginia, and I've practically cured myself of many things thanks to you.
Oh, thank
Your
you.
products.
Oh, I didn't cure anything. Oops, there goes the Fed button. The Fed alarm just went off.
I'm Rod from Michigan.
Oh.
When Pastor Butch, you talked him into flying to your place.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Rod. Thank you.
Stephen Castrocino from Rochester, New York. I order your products a lot because they
Thank
do
you.
help.
Thank you so much. Okay, quickly move. We got to get everybody in.
Chuck from Clarksburg, I order products.
Thank you. Thank you.
Roberta, West Virginia, and I met you at a conference back in 98 or 99.
Thank you so much, Roberta. Yes.
Arthur from Tennessee, and we broadcast the Power Hour on 90.1 FM in the Gatlinburg and Newport area, and on the internet at our website.
Yes. And his wonderful wife, Rosie.
I want to just say how much we appreciate you, and we thank you very much for all the natural products you bring us.
Oh, thank you. She's the Topperson girl. She is.
Topperson is fabulous for arthritis and carpal tunnel syndrome.
Yes.
Here you are. Thank you, Joyce.
Thank you.
I'm Terry from Ohio, and thank you for trying to do that ticket. But we turned it in here, so hopefully somebody got in free. I'm trying to turn my dental office naturopathic with your products, so thank you.
Whoa, thank you, Terry. I want to talk to you afterwards. Thank you. All right, let's go.
Howard from Columbus, Ohio. Thanks, Joyce, for everything.
Thank you, Howard. Thank you.
Tim from Canada, Joyce.
Oh, wonderful.
You guys are the best. I've owned a few times.
Oh, wow, yes, you sure have. Thank you, Tim. Well, you can't miss that voice.
Keith from North Carolina. Thank you. We listen to you quite often every morning.
Oh, thank you. And you got the tickets today, too. Thank you.
Jean and Maine.
Oh, yes.
And, my whole day is built around the Power Hour.
Thank you. Hey, listen, quilters, talk to Jean and talk to Jeannie. Where's Jeannie? Jeannie didn't come up here. Talk to Jeannie about quilting. There's Jeannie. That's a quilting Jeannie back there that got me started, along with my mom. Oh, and Phyllis. Oh, I'd hug you, but my microphone will make noise.
That's okay. Mom Coy here.
Phyllis Coy from Ohio, everybody. We love you.
I just love you all so much. You're all my adopted family, and what you've done for me through the years. Bless your dear.
Oh, her son is John Allen Coy, who is just the most remarkable human being in the world. Husband George Coy, and your other brother, your other son.
Ed.
What is his name?
Ed Coy.
Ed, yes, Ed Coy. And these are amazing people. You've got to talk to Phyllis. She is awesome.
No, just the chief of sinners saved by grace. I love you all.
Thank you, Phyllis.
Hello, Joyce.
Hi there.
Greg Neuendorf from Michigan. I took my cattle and left the state because of unethical behavioral practices that the Michigan Department of Agriculture was exhibiting. I was protesting the National Animal Identification System and the Premises ID. Joyce has been very kind and had me on as a guest on her show twice.
Greg Neuendorf, incredible guy. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm Jim from West Virginia. I'm a Gerson survivor. I owe my life to God, Max Gerson, the Power Hour.
Oh, thank you.
And look into the International Property Maintenance Code. God bless you all.
Yes, International Property Maintenance Code, United Nations. Check it out.
John and Debbie, Hickory, North Carolina.
Thank you, John. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Tracy from Vermont, and I got acquainted with Joyce back in 2005. And 2006, you had Robert Redfern from England. He brought the PowerPoint machine, and he brought the serapeptase. At the time, I was suffering gravely from a herniated disc. And I said, oh, Lord, I don't know what to do, because I did not want to go to the doctors. I did not want to be on pharmaceuticals and pain pills. And I called the Power Hour. Robert Redfern had just happened to be there. And one of your salespeople on the phone went to him, and he said, take the serapeptase and take 10 in the morning, 10 at night, and get the PowerPoint. And I did, along with the North American Urban Spice Inflammease oil in the capsules, and I'm here.
Wow,
and
thank you.
No more herniated disc.
Thank you.
So,
and if you don't know what the health point machine is, we'll be talking about that back there.
Thank you. And
Thank you so much. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, Phil, for helping me out with that. Let me also now move on, because these are awesome people. Let's give them all a hand. They share so much. You know, Billy Joe Malden from Tennessee, he couldn't be here today, but he shares, everybody shares in their own way, and I just honor you all, and thank you so much for being here today. Let's move to the Beyond Trees and trailer, if you don't mind. I'm going to skip the government transcripts. We don't have time, because we're going to need to move through this. Oh, by the way, I want to thank you all for not mentioning this bruise I've got down here on my chin. Nobody has said anything to me yet. They're like, why do you have that bruise on your chin? But I was going to tell you all that that's what happens when you criticize Josh's music on the Power Hour. But you know that's not true, because Josh is the most wonderful guy. And you're going to see some pictures of the Power Hour people in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you what the Power Hour mall looks like. So, no, it's because I had a tooth pulled is why that happened. But anyway, okay, let's start with the Beyond Trees and Trailer. And I'm going to kind of do a 101 as that is playing of what the Gulf War is all about, so that we can not forget what happened. I'm going to go ahead with the Beyond Trees and Trailer. Because people have forgotten what happened in the Gulf War. Many weren't even alive there. Many of your children were not alive during the Gulf War. This is where I had my awakening, my understanding of what was going on in the world. And I have to tell you, it is not a pretty picture. What has happened in the Gulf War is that we have killed and wounded nearly 500,000 of the 700,000 soldiers that served. These are the people responsible. General Schwarzkopf has been called a traitor by his own men now for knowing what was killing them and doing nothing about it. Our troops are coming home now, either dead from the battlefield or wounded and may die later. And it saddens me to have to tell you this, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not going to get any better. In Gulf War I, it was only a 100-hour war. 150 people were killed. Half of those were friendly fire. Now, nearly 500,000 have been injured or killed, and not injured, but maimed as a result of their illness. Gulf War illness is real. It's killing our troops. Gulf War II comes along in 2003. Not only did they get depleted uranium like the first Gulf War I troops got, they got so much more depleted uranium than the Gulf War I troops received. The Gulf War I troops were gassed with chemicals. They had biologicals that were unfortunately used on them, and we have the documents that prove it. Now, in the back of the room, I've got documents supporting what you're seeing on the screen. This is the Regal report, been taken off the government printing office list because it carries inside the biologicals that were sold to Iraq just prior to the Gulf War to be used on our own troops. All of this evidence is in this book, and you cannot get it from the government any longer. It's almost not available. Biological testing of human subjects. This is available. This is awesome. It shows the experiments done on our civilians in the 1950s and 60s that you're seeing here. They're documented in this government document. These government documents you cannot get. They have been taken out of the libraries. This is the only existing document on MK Ultra. Yes, they did do mind control, and they admit it in here. We have the mind control patents. This is the document that says that you will be chipped, called the Revolution in Military Affairs. Then the major document that is probably the most impressive of all is the COINTELPRO document. This is book 1, 2, and 3, and you can't get it anywhere that I know of. I had to take this off of microfiche one page at a time. It's at the back, and I've got to show you what is in this, because you're not going to believe where the government admits that they set people up. They admit that they use crime against the American people. This is the COINTELPRO document that will make you a believer, unfortunately. It will tell you what really took place in the 1950s, 60s, and 70s. Now what I would like to do is I want to shift to, we can go ahead and stop that if you'd like, if you don't mind. Thank you very much. I want to shift to, and I want to play the video of the unknown soldier of Matt Letterman. Matt Letterman was a man who rode his tractor recently. Yeah, let's give him a hand. Let's give Matt Letterman a hand. I wish he were here today. Matt Letterman is a sick Gulf War veteran and may be dying. He is on a hospital bed right now in Washington, D.C., in a VA hospital. His legs are paralyzed after riding his tractor to Washington, D.C. You've heard him on the program a couple of times. You'll hear him some more, hopefully. But this is the unknown soldier that I want to dedicate to Matt Letterman for what he is doing. Hopefully we can bring it up. He sold his pigs to go to Washington.
As the sun comes out in the morning, he eases out his chair. His heart beats out in the morning after a sleepless night filled with nightmares. It's been 17 years since he came home, though it feels like yesterday. His American dream got lost in scenes in the red tape of the shuffles out to do the chores.
His claim has been denied for 15 years.
One breath at a time. It's been like this since the Gulf War, since breathing sand and pesticides. But a man like him who never lost a limb is considered to be okay. Wounded and left to want here on his own home front of the good old USA. He's a forgotten soldier. Forgotten soldier. Came home ready to work again, or at least that's what he believed. There's something about a soldier's shame. You can't work if you can't breathe. This man who paid the price, willing to give his life, suffers post post-traumatic stress syndrome. But he'd do it again, time after time, my friend. Now tell me why the soldier lost his home. He's a forgotten soldier. Forgotten soldier. I still remember the fear, knowing war was near. How I got down on my knees to pray when so many men, like my old school friend, were fighting for the USA. Now they're forgotten soldiers. Forgotten soldiers. We sent them out to die so that you and I could be living here today.
We salute you, Matt Letterman. We salute you, Matt. The forgotten soldier. We've got to stop sending these people off to wars that don't need to be fought, that are killing people for no reason at all other than greed and gain. We need to stop the wars, yes, but we need to expose the truth about them and take care of these troops that are returned home. We cannot let them die because they are committing suicide, and many times before they commit suicide, they're killing their families. I've been going to prisons and visiting them, ladies and gentlemen. I've been to some prisons on behalf of their defense attorneys, not to give them a defense for their crime, but to find out what in the world happened. Why did they kill the person that they loved the most and never had an argument with? Why did one soldier that I hope to be visiting soon, who was referred to me by his pastor, who said he was the cream of the crop of his church, why did he burn his twins alive? Why did a soldier in Florida that I had the chance to interview for 3 hours in prison take a sword and cut his wife's head off and then chop up the son that he loved more than anything in the world? These are real stories, and they're happening now. And because of the neurological problems as a result of depleted uranium, we're going to be hearing more about this. It breaks my heart to think these people are struggling out there. And then you've got Matt Letterman, who got on his tractor in Missouri on a Friday, drove 20 miles an hour in a tractor with a bush hog on the back of it. People ask him, why do you have a bush hog? That's for leveling ground and taking down stumps. And he said, because I don't have enough money for diesel fuel on the way home. He said, I'm going to bush hog for diesel fuel. He gets to Washington, D.C., and he expects Congress to let him speak at a hearing that was going to be held on Gulf War illness. They refused. The people there refused to see him. His representative from the state of Missouri refused to see him. 20 miles an hour for days with no sleep. And now he lies in a hospital bed, the Veterans Administration, and he cannot even feel his legs. And what are they doing? They did a psychological evaluation on him. And they're reviewing him for post-traumatic stress disorder. Ladies and gentlemen, it's going to come to a time in the streets. It's not just going to be those of us that are at the meetings that are raising our hands and our voices and are saying, wait a minute, we don't want your system that you're trying to put over on us. But it's going to get worse because our people are hurting and they need the truth. And you are going to be the ambassadors for that truth. You all will be the ones that will be there. Look at all these people that are doing their incredible job to assist here today. The lady down here in front who is helping out the deaf. What is your name, ma'am? Ressie. Thank you, Ressie, for what she is doing. Wow. Let's give her a hand. She's been doing this all the time. And Blaine and Phil in the back. Blaine was incredible on the computer back there. I come to him with 8 things I need at the last minute. Oh, no problem. I can't believe it. He is wonderful. And I want to thank all the Power Hour team members. And I'm going to show you pictures of the Power team that wishes they were here to say to you they love you. And they appreciate so much what you're doing. And I'm sorry I'm so emotional, but you know what? There is so much love in this room, so much caring in this room, and so much support. And you keep us on the air. And that's why I'm able to talk to you every day. And also, Tracy, if you could bring up that one box back there for me, the long one for Butch, if you don't mind, while we're doing this. Let's show the power team. There's Misty that answers the phone. She is a sweetheart. She's had 3 marriage proposals since she worked there from the Power Hour listeners, and she's married. And this is Jay, and Jay is the one that said, we've got to make sure Butch goes and gets to see his kids. And they all gave up, that's Chris, and they all gave up their employee bonuses to send Butch and Marcia out to Colorado. That's Charlie. He fell and hurt his head and almost died. He had a 3% chance for living. And you all prayed for him, and he's here. That's Rebecca, who is the most awesome 20-year-old shipping person you've ever seen. This is the Power Hour. There's where the products come from there. That's all your products down there. Thank you so much. You want to pull that out for me? Sure. Thanks. Those are the books. Back into shipping again. We are inside a barn. I kid you not. You see the wood on the wall, how nicely finished it is? Not really. And it's all wood, it's all cement. We don't spend any money on anything fancy. Those are your products there. That's the shipping area there. There's Rebecca again. That's the fossil shell flour that everybody's getting. And are we getting testimonies from fossil shell flour? Charlie again. In shipping. And boy, I tell you, they work and they pack everything so that it gets there in good shape. There's a UPS truck. Every day comes there. Sometimes we have 3 18-wheelers unload, and they come down to this barn, and they all say the same thing. Am I going to get out of here? And they all say, what are you thinking being down here? There's the pond that we built so that we'll have water to put through our Berkey. It's a little pond, but it'll work, though. That's my garden. That's one of our gardens that was done by Denny. Boy, it's growing well this year, I'll tell you. We decided, we have to live what we talk about on the Power Hour. There's all our tomatoes with no tomatoes on them right now because nobody in Missouri has got tomatoes. That's Denny, who does everything for me. I couldn't live without Denny. And the corn there. That's electric fence we've got because the deer ate everything. Oh, that's just some work we had doing on the property because we had a leak in the dam. We're putting down some bales of hay, trying to seed some grass over it because it kept. There's our unused greenhouse right now. That's the way it looks right now because it's all cleaned out. Well, not cleaned up, but that's our lean-to greenhouse. That's Denny at one of his more active days. No, Denny is done by noon with everything I give him for a list to do, and then I have to find another list. That's Josh on the left. He won't take pictures. That's the barn. That is the Power Hour barn right there. That's where everything happens at the Power Hour. That's the entrance. That's the door to Rosie's. I haven't seen Rosie yet. I don't know what happened to Rosie and Sue. Anyway, that's the big barn door that we opened to get UPS in there. There's the Power Hour studio. And let's see here if we've got... I didn't take these pictures, so I'm hoping that they got everybody in here or I'm going to be sad. That's the studio there. That's after the lightning hit. That's Rosie that does all my stuff for me. That is awesome, Rosie there. She is incredible. She is, I appreciate the hand for Rosie. She is amazing. She is incredible. Best business manager anybody could have, other than probably Crystal back there. That's Josh. He won't let you see his face. He's just so, that's his stuff he's doing there at the studio opposite me. That's Josh. Yeah, he's my new right-hand man. And that's Chris again. Now we can stop him now. Thank you so much, Blaine, for that. And I want to say there is a lady I would like to recognize. I'm just going to call her Ruby because I don't know if she wants her last name used or not. Ruby said, I'm getting tired of hearing about this tractor that's up there, and I'm worried about Matt's tractor. So she had her husband make arrangements with Matt to take a flatbed and go get the tractor and bring it home this week. You guys are awesome. That's what Power Hour members are like. And now I'd like for Butch to come up here, if you would, please, Butch. Real quickly. Come on, Butch. Where'd he go? There he is. Quick, Butch. We had the awesome time of spending with Butch at the Power Hour. Everybody loved him. You can't imagine how much we enjoyed having him and Marcia. He is an amazing human being. And Butch told me that, things are different here in Missouri than and yes, Marcia, please come up, in Missouri than in West Virginia. And you know what I found out? It's true, because at the airport in Missouri, they make you take your shoes off when you get on the plane. When you go through. In West Virginia, they make them put their shoes on when they get on the plane. So there is a difference here. I just thought I'd tell you that. Anyway, Marcia, come on up here. We had such a ball with Marcia and Butch when they were there. And this is what I'd like to present to them. It's wrapped in a blanket here because I didn't know what else to do with it. I'm going to give them the blanket too. And this blanket, by the way, is made in America. It is an antique. And yeah. No. And Butch, I'll let you unwrap that. And that's to represent the truth here that we all have been enjoying here today and that we're enjoying this weekend. That's dedicated to Butch. The sword of truth, ladies and gentlemen. The sword of freedom, yes. And we will continue. We will not stop. Thank you all, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Y'all bless you all. Have a blessed day. Hey, can I have a hug or something? I mean, he got his stuff and he's leaving, And Marcia, where'd she go? I want Marcia's hug. Oh, thank you. Love you guys. Love you. So come back and visit me at the table. I'd love to talk to you. Thank you so very much.